Don't do that. Come on, just go where you're supposed to, you fucking cretin. Oh, excellent. Now we're sideways. How are we looking now? I still got a fat chin, I can tell you that. Right, now it's a sketchy fucking tripe. Focus on me. I don't know what button that's done. Okay. I don't know why it's done that. We're just gonna close. Oh, I'm very close on that camera. Hello there. That's better. But now we're wonky the other way. Good evening, gamers. This is a slightly different video today. Not that my videos are coherent anyway, but I'm sure you're aware this is a Spider-Man Far From Home review. And I'm going to start off with a quick fire round because I know everyone's attention span is a little bit limited in the shit. And you should also watch Negative Filmmaking's review on the film. He's my lovely friend called Nathan, and he talks more about Marvel's universe overall, which I don't personally care about. Also, I really fucking hate this talking to the camera thing. It's just a no from me. And it's very odd to have this big square follow my face around. Hello. Oh, I'm overexposed now. Wasn't expecting to hate it this much. Yet here we are. Can't even see my hand gestures when I do that. Yet here we are. Fantastic. The music, the pacing, Spider-Man's ability to emote in a mask. Yes, I know it's a mask, but they shouldn't put in a reaction shot so we can't bloody react. It's acting. There's nothing worthy of note. Cinematography, colour, CGI body replacement, the Rogue One Darth Vader-esque Spidey Tingly Balls drone murder scene. That's a sentence never thought I'd say. That's a lie. I wrote it, so of course I was going to say that. It was really good, actually. That Darth Vader Tingly Ball drone murder scene, however you want to describe it. But it's not as good as the actual Vader scene. Also, if you haven't seen Rogue One, don't bother. Just watch the last scene on YouTube. It's not worth your time.
Me, I'm tight as fuck!
Also, if you're wondering, when I look over there, where I'm now looking, that's where my face is. And when I look here, that's where the script is on my computer screen. I'm memorising all these 2,000 words, you know. It's not fucking happening. Excellent. So now that's over with. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth about this pile of wank. But it's not spoiler territory just yet. I'm going to go more spoilery later. Fun fact, when I was writing this, the word wank isn't in my mum's laptop. Yeah, it's not in the Max dictionary, so that's a fun fact for you. Okay, so the first point is dialogue. I'm gonna kill myself. This is kind of an issue with all Marvel films, but I felt it more prevalent within this one. All the characters just sound the same. Well, apart from Nick Fury, who's just a sweary comic relief, because swearing is funny, right guys? Yeah, I'm talking to you too, Year 7 Ted. Anyway, when Nico Fury does swear, it seems kind of forced and odd. It just doesn't fit right. It could be the presentation from Sammy Jacko, because he doesn't get to swear as much because the children are watching. So he puts all that pent-up anger into the few times where he does get to swear by calling Spider-Man a bitch. Because everyone loves that. Funny, innit? Here's a good line. I am professional. More bitch fucking titty wanking over. I really hope that word doesn't get saved into my mum's laptop. The majority of the dialogue is cliche as fuck. It includes things like, don't be afraid to be the smartest guy in the room, and the guy who cocks his gun when he's introduced, but more on that funky foreigner later. It says here in bold text, I wrote this part on a caffeine high. Okay, next point is pacing, and boy oh boy is it crazy. I think this Mac is going to shit itself, quote unquote. Everyone's used to a classical Hollywood narrative, so when we get dunked in with a fake finale, but not like a, but wait, there's a bigger boss fake finale, it's a, but wait, there's like another 40 minutes, which is pretty fucking, yeah, like it says here in the script. Don't know why I was trying to freestyle that, but it does some funky stuff to the pacing, but more on this later. Some shots are held too long, and sometimes you're not quite sure where the film's going. More web swinging, nut busting over. Also, is that camera falling because the laptop projector screen? You know what? I'm going to finish this paragraph and then I'm going to fix it. More web swinging, nut busting over. I think the end credit scene should be part of the main feature. I feel like it would have left it on a better cliffhanger, as it's pretty important to the plot.
Hello, camera. How are you doing? Why are you sagging? Oh, fuck off! You made out of fucking spaghetti or something, you... Oh shit, that was the microphone.
Next point. I think the Spider-Man film should be kept just as Spider-Man. It's an odd request, I know. But what if you wanted just to watch the Spider-Man films? You gotta watch like every little fucking shitty in-between film to learn all the lore. They don't work as standalone films. And this is an issue I have with Marvel overall. It would be like if Doctor Who only made Christmas specials or some shit. It'll be good at first, but then it would get boring as fuck. And that's kind of what's happening here. They all just being very samey. I need to stop talking to myself and talk to the lens, even though the lens is boring and doesn't move as majestically as me and doesn't have as many chins as me. If I do this, if I fold myself like this, there we go, now I've got to continue like this. Films should have complete internal arc, and it's genuinely difficult to work out what it was for this film. Well, apart from the superhero saves the day fantastic thing. God, if he didn't save the day, then the day wouldn't be saved. Okay, but it's gonna fit with the universe, I hear you shout. Fuck off, I reply. It's a film, not a TV show. The audience already knows the film is part of the universe, but more on this later when I'm past the spoiler watershed, because you're all... If you haven't seen it by now, it's been like a week. Over a week? I don't know. I started writing this about a week ago. About a week ago! I'm not putting that clip in. I'm not putting the clip in, because I can't be asked getting it. I'm a third of the way through. Another point in the links to the previous one is, why do people gotta explain shit to the audience? This isn't a spoiler, so don't shit yourself, but it opens with school kids explaining to school kids what happened in between Thanos snaps. Like, honey, they know this shit. They live this shit. Man, if you want it to be a standalone, you need context. You can't do both. It's literally the same as a character narrating to the audience over some montage of people looking happy or some shit. It's lazy, and I hate it. I hate you, Marvel. You lazy. You have too much money. You don't know what to do with the money. You just sort of go, explosions. Webs. Not enough dicks. Just to my left, it's a massive poster of a dick as well. It's fantastic. I'm not moving the camera though, because I'm not putting it back. But yeah, not enough dicks. And there's a dick just there. You're missing out on. Moreover on this, the audience can work it out. A little bit of ambiguity is great. Ambiguity, it's a little bit ambiguous the way I tried to pronounce that. It's fucking shit. A little bit of ambiguity is great. It keeps people gripped. You don't have to spell everything out. Cough, cough, Mysterio. Like, if people just mentioned the blip and then we worked it out what they were on about. Also, it's mentioned so much in the first third, but then it has no meaning later on. It's pointless to have this in the film, really. It just feels like something Marvel had to cram in to give an update on the universe, so you're doubly sure you're watching the right film. It's not necessary, really, but they go do it anyway. It's a movie for kids. Kids can't work it out, you shout. Fuck off, you spastic, I retort. Firstly, no. Secondly, spelling it out is fucking boring. It's so much more satisfying to work it out, and then even to work it out before the characters do. It's just good, okay? It's fantastic. Also, just because it's a low age rating doesn't mean it's a kids' film. It means it's accessible. So... fuck off with that one, Harry. Angry full stop. And now this is the things I hate. The camera doesn't go any lower, but I don't want it the low field of view. That's not even the right word. Things worthy of note before the spoiler section. Number 1, Mysterio is the bloody guy from Source Code and he's called Colt Stevens. You can't tell me otherwise. And so when he goes through the Source Code spoilers, but he ends up in the Marvel Universe. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, you can't tell me otherwise. He's even got a friend in both films called Goodwin, and like, that is some funky shit. It's all connected. How clapped is my hair, you know? On that equal screen over there, I can't... My face is bigger than my eye camera. Ooh. There we go. I should have really said this before, but I couldn't be bothered editing the scripts. Even when typing it up, I couldn't be bothered. I despise how they made such a big deal out of the word ghosting.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
This is supposed to be another haha funny moment. Right, I'd like to think I'm rather down with the kids, but I only learnt what ghosting meant from my chavvy sister about a month ago. What's wrong with just saying ignore? Like, you can't ignore Nick Fury. Why they gotta say ghosting? It would make so much more sense for those characters to say ignore. Then maybe Spider-Man would say it or some shit because he's a child. He's supposed to be 16, but I actually have no idea how old. I can't even remember what the actor's called. It makes so much more sense if Spider-Man says it or something. Even that wouldn't make sense because Pepe the Parker's a quiet nerd. He wouldn't use chav talk. Or maybe it's more of a thing in America. This is something I forgot to ask Mr. Entropy about. No, it's just like scat words, isn't it? Also, this is water, so you can't hear me clap my fat cheeks. That was...
gay. So yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, they're expecting kids to see that advert and go, haha, yes, I know the word as I am a child and I use the Snapchat. Haha, yes, I will watch the film now because of the funny. It's fucking stupid. Once again, it's adults trying to write like kids and it ends horrendously. That and the fact that they shove the fact that they're 16-year-olds down your throat so it can make the retarded dialogue okay. I don't know, but now this is a line for you. I don't know. But this shit is clapped my diggity dog homeboy, you get me fam. That was difficult to say. The camera is flashing and I don't know why. Also, Mysterio's got a fucking fishbowl on his head. He looks like a knob. Right, gamers, so now we're getting into the motherfucking load shooting, toad licking, chode sucking spoilers. Right, gamers, so now we're getting into the motherfucking load shooting, chode sucking... Fuck! Right, gamers, so now we're getting into the motherfucking load shooting, toad licking, chode sucking spoilers. That's so difficult. Right, you know what? One of those takes we'll have to do because I give up. So if you don't want to have this film spoiled, if you cared, you would have actually watched it by now. So that's a useless line. But if you would be so kind to fuck off if you don't want to get it spoiled, like Neil, because you're an idiot. You're the only person really who wouldn't have seen it and wouldn't want to get it spoiled. Also, Neil, if you haven't seen Endgame yet, then impressive work. I almost fucking died. God, what a tragedy that would be. Right, you ready? Why the bloody hell do they introduce characters that don't do anything and we don't care about? Oh god, Tony Stark's daughter, don't fucking care about you. No matter how much screen time you force her onto fucking Endgame, like the entire fucking third, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't even know her fucking name. All I know is that she's piss annoying and she doesn't get an Iron Man suit. Fuck off, you little bitch. Anyway, they introduce the basic jock who also likes MJ. And oh no, will Spidey get the girl? I've no idea. Not that it will say in the comics, the first Tobey Maguire films, the fucking... I don't remember the other guy's names, but he was pretty cute, and the blue guy in that film was fucking iron. What was my point? Don't know. They also introduced the funky foreigner sniper man. He's called like Destro or something, and it's like sort of sets it up like he's going to be an important piece of the puzzle in the third act. But no, he just fucks off. And it doesn't make sense. I love an OEB character that the writer forgets about. It's fantastic. More titty slapping over. Who is the woman that walks around with Nick Fury and why should I care? Is she like his secretary? Is she like his secretary or something? I don't know and I don't care. So just piss off really. Next is a spoiler DLC for the dialogue section. And you get fucking Moriarty or whatever. Talks, whatever his fucking name is. Talks to his henchmen and explains their evil plot to them. Like, I'm pretty sure they already know what they're there for. How hard would it have been to write in like a fucking new recruit or something that they have to explain to? Or something rather than just talking into the air? It's fucking stupid. Once again, fantastic writing, Marvel. Also, those fucking glasses should have been listening to that whole conversation, then just in Enid voice go, this man is bad. And then fucking DDoS his nan's life support or some shit. Like, I don't know. Also, here's another fucking like side note about those fucking glasses. For such advanced AI, they're pretty fucking dumb and not very creative. Why do they always call in drone strikes? It's not a very creative way to murder someone. Just fucking blow up the phone battery or something. There are much more creative ways to kill someone, as you have to fucking type them in. It's like, even like suicide the drone, just, you know, rather than trying to shoot them with the drone, just fucking plow that bastard into them. We've seen how many fucking drones they've got. Be much more amusing. Come on, Edith, you boring bitch. Drunk Ted doesn't know what sober Ted wanted to rant about with the Marvel universe, so here's a picture of a dog. To quote, "This better fucking sound good because I'm not fucking recording this again. It's fucking dead." Sober Ted remembered what Drunk Ted forgot. It's about pacing. The arc is fucked, and it's because of how they've written it. They've not really got an all hope is lost section like before. It's like halfway through Act 2, like in the middle of the film. It honestly just feels like a people are minorly confused section at the... I've written the end of Act 2 there. That's wrong, Ted, you fucking half-wit. And as Harry said, it feels too conclusive after the fire element fight. It felt like a shit ending, but an ending nonetheless. And so it's just badly written. Thanks, Marvel. I need to stop doing the... I can't really do much with my hands because I have to bring them up here to do things. And then I'm just like, hi. Right, next. What is this fucking... It's the tea. We're drinking the tea. I can't even remember what she said, but she's like... I hate myself, and whoever that American bitch is. Right, Mary Poppins had clearly never watched Zombieland, because he would have known to fucking double tap spying. What a fucking noob. It really cool with like illusions and shit, made him back into a train, but he didn't think to just sort of like follow it up with a fucking missile. They got so many pissing drones, but he didn't bother just to like zap him a bit. Boring cunts. Like, there's twice he just sort of went, oh yeah, he'll be dead, defo. Surely he knows that Spider-Man's like can fall from great heights and like has got 8 arms or something. I don't know how spiders work. Seemed pretty fucking dumb from that geezer there. In fucking addition, everything of Mozzarella flying around zapping shit is pre-recorded by Colter Stevens and his motley crew. Then how did he fly up next to Moody Spoody and sit beside him? Is Spoody such a predictable angsty teen that you know where he's gonna go to be sad? Yo, where's Spoods? Yeah, he's probably just sat up on the roof looking sad, looking off into the distance or something. Ah, cheers. Also, how did Mac and Cheese know that none of the other Avengers were going to be around? Was he planning to fake it out and those guys too? Do none of the Marvel people question how people get their powers anymore? Funky green smoky triangle fists? Pretty fucking rad, bro. Christians, if you die and Anubis is waiting for you instead of Jesus, what would you say? Sick fursuit, jizzy boy. It's real fucking lucky that Luke wasn't there, because it's definitely his giant green nutsack would have bonked one of those drones out of sync and ruined it all. Maple Syrup got really fucking lucky there, if you ask me. And to quote the note on the script here, it says, I hit my head on the table so goddamn hard in exhaustion, it woke my dog up on the other side of the room. And my final point maybe is Misty Tits says people will believe anything nowadays, which I thought was pretty cool and meta. I mean, he's practically talking to the audience at that point. And I'm also coming from the point of view that I didn't know that Fish Legs was going to be the bad guy. I didn't care that much. The audience is just like, parallel universe? Nice. New person we'd never met before? Okie dokie. And he's like, bitch, what the fuck, use your brain, and then he dies. So yeah, some additional points worthy of note. The CGI guy, whoever the fuck does CGI, doesn't know how tires burn, because they weren't doing it right. You know, this is from during the romance scene at the end, where like they do like kisses and shit. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. Because I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the tyre that didn't burn properly in the background. And not that I'm pikey enough to know how tyres burn, but if you're gonna burn tyres, do it at night so you can't see the black smoke. Next. The school teachers are like the worst. How the bloody hell are those 8 supposed to teach maths, let alone organise a fucking school trip? No wonder they practically got abducted by Nicki Minaj. Getty Images, nice meme. However, that bullshit intro went on for too long. And also, stop explaining to the audience, you fucking lettuce. Another fun little note is, there's a guy who looks directly into the camera when they first get into Venice, and they put on masks and they're like, hey, I'm a terrorist. Ew. That was a nice one. Oh, on to the conclusion. Bloody hell, we are getting through this now. Fucking finally. Right, so overall, the film was basic, predictable, and generally shit. If you're a basic bitch who likes Marvel for being mediocre and Marvel, then by all means go for it. But otherwise you can probably just guess what happens, to be honest. I asked some of my friends what they thought about the film, and they gave me a little review. So, David says it's questionable and gets fucking weird. Thanks, David. Nathan says it's got a lot of potential, but not a lot of risks taken. The film never really leaves a designated Marvel cookie cutter factory. Callum says that he likes the end credit scenes, but he didn't comment on anything else. Harry says it looked good because it had a big budget. They made it too conclusive after the first set of illusions, which I mentioned before. He says it's well written despite it being cringy at times, but it was actually good. He left when he was supposed to, which is good. But overall, it's a good continuation of the Marvel Universe, though the pacing was a bit weird. Now, my good friend Not Entropy wrote me a small essay because I said small review, but I mean, I'm not even asked. Like, good on him for actually writing something rather than just, yeah, a bit shit. Thanks, David. Not Entropy said, it set up a pretty good story arc for Peter's growth with the death of Tony Stark, but the only thing he really utilised to win in the end was his Peter tingle. It didn't really have a big ethical boundary he had to cross. The twist was expected because it was in the comics. The whole not being able to trust what you see thing added a nice element of surprise though. Aside from that, he was kind of enamoured with the humour, romance and references to old movies. He said he'd give it an 8 out of 10/9 out of 10. He also said it felt like a much better spiritual successor to the Tobey Maguire series than the Peter Garfield movies did. Or, here's the spicy bit, or even Homecoming. Yeah, he liked the humor and the romance significantly more than he disliked the superhero plot. Mr. Entropy brought up some good points, but I'm too tired to talk about it, and I can't be arsed. And as much as I love Harry, but I'm sure as you're aware in the video, I disagree with him on most points. But everyone is entitled to their own opinion. even if their opinion is wrong. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have no idea how long it's going to be, but I hope you enjoyed the roller coaster of emotions. I think I'm going to start doing more of these. So if you've got a film of I should review, hit me up. This took an awful long amount of time to write, over 2,500 words. So you better fucking enjoy it. But I did. I'm having quite fun enjoying recording it. I have recording this for 50 minutes now, so I really hope it's not going to be that long. Please have a look at Not Entropy's channel, even though it is deader than a dildo, and Nathan's Negative Filmmaking channel, because that's pretty cool. He did that other Spider-Man review like 7 weeks ago, some shit when it was supposed to be out. I'm going to put the full reviews of people in the description, because I cut them down a little bit, apart from David, who genuinely just said it was, what did he say again? He said it's questionable and gets fucking with. That's all he genuinely said. Okay, you can fuck off now. Goodbye. Also, I've just read that, leant forward, I've just fucking read my own comments here. Okay, I've been recording for 50 fucking minutes, and it says here on the pissing notes, oh yeah, this will take 16 minutes if you talk really fast. Fucking good one, am I really gonna have to do that much editing? I can't be... Oh, mother's gonna beat me. Colour, it's whack. Don't know why it got a different whack there, but it did. It did. A fun fact for you. You can really see how fat my double chin on this isn't this. This on this. I should have done this when I had my facial hair, because the black hides the chin. My diggity dog, homeboy, you get me, fam. I will get this right. It's so much more easy if you can read it, but I'm gonna remember this so I can say it. I'm gonna look you in the eye. You big fucking biggity eye, Mike Wazowski, you little fucker. Right, gamers. So now we're getting into the motherfucking toad licking, chode sucking spoilers. Fuck, I forgot. Right, gamers. So now we're getting into the motherfucking load shooting, toad licking, chode sucking spoilers. Motherfucking load shooting, motherfucking load shooting, toad. Fuck, this is so stupid. Motherfucking load shooting, toad licking, chode sucking spoilers. Motherfucking load shooting, motherfucking toad shooting, bog. Right, gamers, now we're getting into the motherfucking load shooting, toad licking, chode sucking spoilers. Right, gamers, now we're getting into the motherfucking load shooting, toad licking, chode sucking spoilers. Motherfucking load shooting, toad licking, chode